Hi, Mazz. Hi, Murray. Good, you?
Hello.
Sox take 3 or 4 from the Yankees over the weekend, but what was the story?
The Yankees dropped 3 or 4 to the Red Sox over the weekend. That would be the story.
Is that fair to the Red Sox?
Sure it is. Sure it is. I mean, look, they played a good series. Don't get me wrong, but I think you can look at this from both sides. I don't think it's unreasonable to do that. Do you realize that early in the year, after 55 games, the Yankees were 35-20? 35-20. That team was playing well, and the team that showed up for New York over the 4 days, over the weekend, that team looked like the Red Sox looked early in the year. Unable to make a throw, unable to field a ground ball, balking people over, throwing pitches out of the strike zone, just ineptitude across the board. So the amazing thing to me after all of that is that they're basically tied now in the wild card standings. It felt to me like with the way the weekend went, the Red Sox had completely opened it up and pulled ahead of the Yankees, and that was it. And they're only tied now, which brings me to last night's game. That's kind of a big loss. And the problem with losing the finale in a 4-game series when you have a chance to sweep is that everybody comes out of it and says, well, they took 3 to 4. That's pretty good. And I agree. It is. Except that last game, major swing game. Major. You win it, you're 2 up. Instead, you're tied with a team whose ass you just kicked for the large majority of the weekend. And I thought, I couldn't help but, I know I'm throwing a lot at you, I couldn't help but look at that game last night and say, can you imagine if Joe Ryan had pitched this game instead of Dustin May? Like, so, wouldn't you have felt a little bit better going in and probably coming out?
So the most recent thing was a loss, but you come out of that with a bad taste in your mouth.
From last night. Yeah, from last night. The weekend was positive. 4 days, you get 3. But I also didn't expect to win the first 3, or the Red Sox to win the first 3.
Yeah, didn't you at best think they were going to split?
Going in.
Yeah.
But again, then you go into last night and you get a chance to get all 4 and really stick it to them. No, you could have gone in. You could have left there last night having gone in down 2 and come out up 2. And look, now you're tied, so you made up ground. And I'm not telling you that's bad. I'm just telling you, boy, it would have been good to get that last one.
Oh, of course. But overall, I think it was a really good weekend for them. If nothing else, if they didn't do it already with the prior sweep when they were here, they've planted a real seed of doubt in the Yankees' collective heads that the Yankees can't beat the Red Sox. Like, even watching them before the humiliating game for the New York on Saturday, the gem pitch by Bayo on Friday night, watching that, it feels like just the Yankees are tight and stupid when they play the Red Sox, like more than they're tight and stupid against anybody else, unless that team's hitting a million home runs, seemingly they can't win games. But against the Red Sox, to me, it's like bizarro watching that series for me. Like growing up watching the Red Sox against the Yankees, it always felt like the Red Sox were going to do something stupid to F things up. Now it feels like the shoe's on the other foot watching these two teams play each other.
So I think the people that follow the Yankees would tell you this is who they are.
Really? Yeah, well, that's what so I haven't watched them closely, but that is my takeaway, that my complaint about the Red Sox is that they don't know how to play baseball. The Yankees are even worse, it feels like, if that's how they play. I mean, I don't know where they rank in errors. I do know that they lead the majors in home runs. So they entered Sunday, and I don't know where I clipped this from, but I obviously clipped it from somewhere. They entered Sunday having scored 48.6% of their runs via the home run.
Yep.
So over half, and I say over half, almost half their runs are
long balls.
So they don't play baseball.
No, they're a softball team. And they've been this way for a while now. Last year was a little bit better. It was a little more balanced. But they've been this way for a while now. They're just a slug away, and you go in there and throw a bad right-handed pitcher, you're going to get beat.
Forgive me for not knowing, but that's atrocious. I mean, for all the grief we give the Red Sox, and I stand by it. I don't know if they know how to play baseball. They have some good players, but the actual game of baseball has fallen off around the league, apparently. But certainly, it feels like with the Red Sox, the Yankees are worse.
Yes.
So that I don't mean to take anything away from the Red Sox, but that was striking to me, that they must have the same, organizational up and down the organization, the rot in terms of fundamentals that you have, that a lot of the sport has. They're even worse. And maybe it's their stupid ballpark, tempts them into that, because all you got to do is hit 340-foot fly balls to
not even that far
right field, and you're hitting home runs. So it's really all about just putting the ball in the air. and they don't know how to do anything else. My goodness, some of that was bad.
Yeah, no, really, again, like fundamentally, think about the mistakes they made in that series. And the one that got me more than anything was the box. Like, did you see the one on Saturday?
Is this where he threw the first base when no one was there?
Yeah. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Now, again, it's a rookie pitcher. Blackburn's his last name. I think it's Pete. It's Paul Murray. I'm joking.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay. So he has a runner on. He's clearly crapping his pants on the mound. Okay, they got the fact that he's in the game tells you that, they're just going to burn the arm because, they're going to lose the game, and that's the end of it. He throws over to first base, and Rice is standing 10 feet off the bag and behind the runner.
Playing behind the runner, yeah.
And he's not even close. And everybody's looking, the announcers are looking at it, and they're going, what the hell is this? What's he doing?
It was the night before. It was a high leverage situation. I can't remember who's on the mound, but you get the tying run in the sixth because whoever it was stepped off the rubber for the third time and gave you second base, and that's when Roman Anthony hit the RBI single to the left side of second base there on Friday night. The Yanks don't know how to play.
They don't.
It's crazy.
No, they're completely idiotic. Again, they make the Red Sox look like geniuses. So as I said the other day, there were really two competitions going on this weekend. One was for the lead wild card spot in the American League, which the Red Sox now possess by a half game, although they're even in the loss column. But they're a half game up. The other is for the title of stupidest team maybe in the entire American League.
Yankees win by a runaway, I'd say. Landslide, not even close.
Landslide, complete, total stupidity. If that were in Boston, if that was the Red Sox, and that series were played here, and they lost 3 out of 4, we'd be calling for the manager's head today.
And they have been for 3 years down there. How does it not? Boy, that organization is changed. It's just.
I mean, the old man's got to be rolling in his grave.
My God, you just watch them play. Or not play, as the case may be.
Inept. And look, the Red Sox took advantage of it. The biggest thing that they did was they pitched pretty well in the series. Everybody until Dustin May basically had done their jobs. But I also don't think it's all that hard to shut down the Yankees. And I'm not dumping on the Red Sox pitchers. Crochet is Crochet. Crochet is legit.
Bayo hasn't been legit.
Bayo was excellent in that game.
Bayo hasn't been good.
Yeah, Bayo's been good. In fact,
he owns them.
Yeah, he was really good. I was impressed by that game. In fact, I would argue that was the biggest positive coming out of the weekend was Bayo's performance. Since I think it's like the last 10 starts, he's actually got a better ERA than Crochet does over that period of time. Something in that window. I got to go back and look it up. It's like 8 starts, 10 starts, something like that.
I won't say that I'm totally surprised. I've always felt he's had ceiling.
He's got stuff. I mean, the stuff is there. It's always been there, and it feels like he's starting to equalize emotionally, and he doesn't get as rattled as he used to. He's got much better control, command of his pitches. That was probably the biggest positive development of the weekend. And the Red Sox did. They pitched well. But all you got to really do is keep the ball out of right field at Yankee Stadium. That's really it. And if you do that, you're going to beat them because they're stupid. The Yankees are freaking stupid.
You more heartened by Bayo or concerned by May and, say, Buehler?
I would Buehler to me, forget it. I've written him off.
Both those guys. Are you going to see him in the playoffs?
Yeah, no. I don't think so.
You know what, again?
There's a chance if Buehler catches fire.
May's going to be in the bullpen.
You think May's going to be over Buehler?
I think they'll both be in the bullpen.
Well, they're probably, yeah. No. I was going to say if Buehler catches fire, you could see him in a relief role. And I could see him in theory being okay at that if he's just got to come in for an inning and air it out.
Well, but now that I say that, if you have 4 starters, who's 4?
So right now I don't know that they have one.
It can't be Buehler.
No.
They're going to use Bernardino as an opener, apparently.
Tonight,
but I'm saying,
you
so
need a solid starter.
ALCS, you need 4 starters.
Yeah, so right now, to me, they still really only have 3. And so, again, I go back to the trade deadline at a time like this because I look at it and say, man, if they had one more guy.
Oh, yeah, no. They didn't do
one
it,
more
no.
legit guy.
But don't you think this Buehler thing's just temporary? They're going to go back to him.
I don't.
No?
Nope. I don't, Murray. I don't. I think that when.
So then who?
I don't know. I mean, I don't.
Can they pitch May? Can it be the guy last night?
I mean,
he stinks.
I think they'll keep going with him just because he's here, but he's not it. He's a mess. Have you seen him?
His body
language is horrendous.
His gesticulations. Maybe it was the first inning. The second, you see the arm exercise. He was coming off the mound like this.
Yeah.
I'm sort of waving my arm. He was doing this weird sort of arm stuff.
He's crapping his pants out there. You can see it.
It's hard to watch.
I meant to look this up, and I haven't looked it up yet. I want to see what his career numbers are at Yankee Stadium. I don't know how many times he's pitched there. Maybe that was the first. I have no idea. But he looked intimidated on that mound. And take a good look at his eyes. They are freaking tiny. He's got tiny little snake eyes.
Okay, well, that's not his fault. That's just how God made him.
No. I understand that, but they make him look afraid. Like, take a good look at him. When you look at him,
that's a tough analysis for him. He can't help the eye thing, Maz. It's just how he pitches, and I think the gesticulations and the facial expressions and all of that should give you just a little pause.
I'm just telling you how I feel. I look at the guy and I say, deer in headlights, terrified. He is terrified. He's got horrible body language. He should never get the ball against a good team again, no matter where he pitches.